This is News 3 Now at 6.
Wisconsin still has a mask mandate, but probably not for long. And the state still doesn't have a new COVID relief bill.
Naomi Coles is live at the Capitol to explain how after a long day of twists and turns, there's not much progress to show for it. Naomi?
Yeah, Eric, we had expected that the state assembly was going to overturn that mask mandate today, and separately, the state Senate was supposed to vote on COVID-19 relief legislation. Instead, there was one thing that hung both of those up. Republicans say they will pass a resolution overturning a mask mandate, but not yet.
We are going to take time and work with the Fiscal Bureau and the legislature, along with all of the appropriate agencies, to guarantee that when we pass SGR 3, and we will pass it, that we do it in a way that does not have any potential financial implications for the state.
Why? Well, after the Senate passed the same resolution Tuesday, they learned Wisconsin would lose almost $50 million in monthly food stamp benefits from the federal government. So the Senate tried to fix that Thursday with an amendment to another bill, the COVID relief.
And the amendment is adopted.
But that bill is almost certain to get the governor's veto because Assembly Republicans already rejected a compromise between the governor and the Senate.
We had a deal. We snatched victory out of the jaws of defeat a while ago. And now, because of the actions of both the Assembly and this body, we now are faced with defeat.
Now, if the governor were to veto this legislation, he would be the one killing $49 million.
Overturning the statewide public health emergency order, and with it the mask mandate, has attracted an unusually united showing from Wisconsin's biggest healthcare, education, and other major lobbying associations. 46 had formally opposed it by Thursday afternoon.
As an emergency physician, we know and believe that mask wearing as aggressively as possible by the general public is an important public health tool to start to end this pandemic.
If you had the opportunity right now to sit down with Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, what would you tell him?
I would just ask him to consider having a mask mandate that's approved by the legislature.
The state assembly did vote on two other bills today to send to the Senate. One of them would allow pharmacy technicians to administer the COVID-19 vaccine. The second one would require the Department of Health Services to have a plan in place by March 15th to vaccinate the general public.
Naomi Coles live at the Capitol tonight. Naomi, thank you. State and county health officials confirm 1,800 new cases of COVID-19 today. That's higher than the rolling average of about 1,400. 24 more people have died. In the past day, more than 36,000 people have been vaccinated. That is nearly double that 7-day average.
And let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Charlotte, it was a cold day today across southern Wisconsin. We started out very cold last night thanks to generally clear skies. Now, as we take a look at visible cloud track, the skies have really cleared out across much of southern Wisconsin. Last night, we dropped to 7 below zero in Madison. That was our coldest temperature so far this winter. 10 below zero in Watertown. But to the west, there was a narrow band of clouds that kept temperatures right around zero, or in some cases, even a little bit above zero. High temperatures today, upper teens to around 20. Madison did touch 20 degrees at one point, but we're already down to 12 degrees. Those temperatures will continue to fall. And then we have alert days in the forecast for Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning for the possibility for about 3 to 6 inches of snow accumulation. Most of that Saturday night, but some of that could linger into Sunday morning. Heaviest amounts will be down toward the Illinois state line and into southeastern Wisconsin. Look for temperatures to drop to just above zero by early tomorrow morning with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow will be partly sunny and not as cold, with a high of 25. And then that snow moves in for the weekend and another storm later next week. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Madison police are working to determine who called 911 and threatened to detonate bombs at two 7-Eleven locations. No explosive devices or any other evidence was located. The first call was made around noon, threatening the State and Lake Street location. While police and a specialized canine unit were investigating, less than an hour later, another threat was made against the 7-Eleven on South Park Street. Madison police evacuated both areas, but again, no explosives were found.
A dance dance recital could come with a hefty price tag and land a business owner in court. Public Health Madison Dane County has cited a Leap Above Dance studio for violating mass gathering orders. Brady Mallory joins us with the details of the complaint and the possible costs here. Brady?
Well, the complaint lists a whopping 119 counts against the business, and each comes with a penalty of $200. That means the owner potentially faces a fine of more than $23,000. According to the complaint, a Leap Above Dance in Oregon, Wisconsin, held a performance of the Nutcracker back in December. Assistant City Attorney Marcy Paulson says Public Health was able to look at photos the business posted on Facebook and count 119 different individuals there, well, some of them based on the costumes they were wearing. She says that many people easily violated the public health order prohibiting mass gatherings. Well, right now, Public Health has 100 separate cases of similar violations in court right now.
It's been long and hard for everyone, and us at Public Health, we understand the struggle and that people are getting tired of following all these rules. But the quicker we follow our rules and our guidance within our order, hopefully the quicker we get out of this pandemic.
Paulson says the department called the dance studio, warning it that it could not hold this event. The owner of the dance studio has 20 days to respond to the citations, and then it's up to the court to schedule a pre-trial conference. We contacted a Leap Above Dance for a response, but nobody answered the call. We left a message, and we will let you know when we get a response.
Brady, thank you. Dane County health officials are reflecting on how far we've come in the pandemic.
We're at this place today where we have as many people vaccinated against COVID in Dane County as we've had people who have tested positive. It took a year for approximately 37,600 people to test positive for COVID. In just 1 month, 38,660 Dane County residents have been immunized with at least 1 dose of vaccine.
She says 7% of Dane County's population and nearly 10% of the county's 65 and older age group have gotten at least 1 dose of the vaccine. About 1.5% of Wisconsin's population has completed their 2-dose vaccine series. That's about 83,000 residents. A requirement for employees at a Rock County-run nursing home to be vaccinated or lose their jobs could change tonight. Adam Dexter has been tracking the story from the beginning and joins us with why board members are making the push for a change. Adam?
Yeah, since those rules went into place first last month, we've been told that nearly a dozen staff members at Rockhaven and Janesville have either been fired, quit, or retired. And those on the county board say that's not what they like to see.
Michelle Lynch says her phone has not stopped lighting up lately.
I have heard from people from Seattle. I have been talking to people from Canada, Vancouver, Ontario.
And the longtime Rockhaven employee says the long-distance callers are all in support of overturning a Rock County mandate, which requires all employees in the county-owned nursing home to take the COVID vaccine or face a layoff.
I am so excited for them, for the support that they're giving us.
Support for changing that policy is also coming from the head of the County Human Services Board, who plans on challenging the mandate at tonight's full county board meeting.
I'm hoping we can get this reversed. We need to get everybody back to work, focus on providing great care for residents at the nursing home, not be spending time and resources laying people off.
Brian Knutson says he's in favor of the vaccine, just not the requirement. Tonight, he'll challenge the ruling itself. And if 15 or more of the 29 county board supervisors agree with him, it'll change to an optional shot.
It's a bad precedent to set when you're forcing employees to have injections. People aren't going to come and want to work for Rock County. We're one of the only ones that are doing this. I frankly don't understand why we're doing it.
And Knutson says if that mandate is overturned, he's hopeful the county will offer jobs back to nearly the dozen staffers who have already left. And you can find a link to that meeting streaming now on our website, channel3000.com.
Adam, thank you. With new COVID-19 vaccines developed in record time, there are bound to be some questions, especially as you and your loved ones get closer to getting your shot. And Madeline O'Neill spoke with experts to learn how the vaccines work and what myths are floating around. Maddie?
Well, we know there's misinformation online and on social media. For one thing, the COVID-19 vaccines do not affect fertility. The vaccines also do not contain live virus, so you can't get the coronavirus from the vaccine itself. Instead, the vaccines use what's called mRNA, which leads your body to develop antibodies that will protect you from the coronavirus. The mRNA doesn't stick around in your body or affect your DNA. While side effects like soreness at the site and headache and fever can happen, experts say those symptoms mean the vaccine is doing its job.
There haven't been any side effects that create so much alarm that would, tell us that we shouldn't be doing this for society.
In addition to the mRNA, the vaccines have preservatives like other commonly used vaccines. If you have a food allergy, like to eggs, you should be in the clear getting this vaccine. Now, coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 10, we'll have the full report on how the vaccine works and how it got made so quickly. We'll look into that timeline as well.
Look forward to it. Maddie O'Neill tonight. Maddie, thank you. Coming up next at 6, the city of Madison sees record low water use rates during the pandemic. It doesn't necessarily mean your water bill will go down. We'll explain that story and more just ahead.
It's a great time to update the floors in your home and save big money during Menards Home Improvement Sale. Great Lakes flooring is crafted to stand the test of time. Traverse vinyl plank flooring is extremely durable and is perfect for any room in your home. It's waterproof, features an attached pad, and is easy to install. Right now, only $279 per square foot. Save on your next project. Now, during Menards Home Improvement Sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Dear All-Wheel Drive, I'm your new co-pilot, Camry. Let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Steady, Camry All-Wheel Drive.
Right now, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Toyota Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Nice sleep center, Bob. But what is a Bobopedic?
I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Oh, Bob's got a feel for your budget.
They deliver right to your door. With 30 years of sleep experience,
the best warranty, and so much more.
Bob's Bobopedic, from your head down to your feet, it feels like no mattress you felt before.
Wow!
Uh-oh.
Bob's Bobopedic.
Welcome back. Madison's water utility says the combination of ongoing conservation efforts and lower demand due to the pandemic have led to the city's lowest water usage since 1966. The city pumped about 8.7 billion gallons last year. That's down 28% from where it was at its peak back in 2001. Still, you could continue to see some rate increases from time to time as the city works to update miles of water mains and other aging water utility infrastructure.
But we are stewards of this critical resource. The lower the water level in the aquifer, the more effort it takes to pump it out, the more energy we need. The way we were using water in 2001, that path we were on, was not sustainable.
And the aquifer underneath the city of Madison, because you've helped conserve water, is pretty full. It's now at its highest level since the mid-1950s.
Applications for Dane County Sheriff are now open. Governor Tony Evers is seeking applicants to replace Dave Mahoney, who announced his resignation last week. He will leave the position May 8th. The new sheriff's term would go until January 2nd, 2023. Applications are available on the governor's website, evers.wi.gov, under the Apply to Serve tab. The Madison Police Department launched its new community surveys this morning. It's asking Madison residents to answer questions to help the department improve its service to the community. Each district has its own survey. You can find links to those on the police department's website, cityofmadison.com/police.
And still ahead at 6, city leaders believe they may have found a permanent space for its men's homeless shelter. A look at where it could be and the impact it'll have. And more snow on the way for the weekend. Gary will have the details in your firstborn forecast. Stay with us.
Hurry in for the biggest mattress offers of the year at Ashley Home Store's Mattress Marathon Sale. Get the guaranteed best offer in all of Wisconsin on Tempur-Pedic and Beautyrest mattresses. Plus, save up to 65% off doorbusters like these. Only at Ashley Home Store.
The forecast calls for a messy commute. The Ford lineup helps keep you in command. Intelligent four-wheel drive monitors traction, and a terrain management system adapts to road conditions at the turn of a knob, so you're ready to take on the elements with confidence.
Power through the storm in a new Ford Explorer, now with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $4,250 bonus cash. See your Wisconsin dealer today.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to
go ahead and smile.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick and Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep. And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope. No plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope. Keep your phones.
Did you say free phones?
Yep. The latest phone's free for you.
Okay,
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest 5G phones free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
During the Friends and Family Sale at Ashley Home Store, save at least 30% and up to 54% off furniture doorbusters like these. Plus, take a bonus 15% off our sale prices at checkout and interest-free financing for 18 months. Only at Ashley Home Store.
A Stoughton woman is doing something good for her community, one stitch at a time. She's made more than 5,000 masks since last March and gives them away to nonprofits or anyone who really needs one. We'll hear her story and what inspires her to do this work tonight on News 3 Now at 10. UW health officials are reflecting on how healthcare has changed during the pandemic and what is here to stay. Medical staff adapted to telehealth visits, virtual meetings, and wearing PPE. Another change was figuring out how to segregate patients with contagious infections. CEO Alan Kaplan says he thinks back to his time as a practicing emergency physician when someone would call and describe what sounded like an upper respiratory infection.
I would routinely say, just come on in, I'll take a look at you. You know, I look back and I ask myself, why did we ever do that? Why did we invite a patient with an obviously infectious disease into our waiting rooms to expose our staff, our doctors, our other patients? I think that was an awakening during COVID. And I think going forward, we're going to think different about how we manage patients that have highly contagious upper respiratory infections.
Kaplan says allowing those who are able the flexibility to work from home is here to stay. He's learned employees like it, and therefore they can put less money into commercial real estate and more into healthcare.
Well, the third time just might be the charm for Madison to find a permanent men's shelter. An initial deal fell apart back in October. The Fleet Services building is working fine for now, but just a temporary fix. And now the city has found a new option.
and it's only about a 3-minute drive from where local leaders initially wanted to be. Jamie Perez shares more about the significance of the new shelter.
So this is the site that City Council will be voting on as the permanent homeless shelter for men. And they say that one of the many things that this pandemic has taught us is the importance of putting a roof over everyone's head.
It is everyone's intention to create a situation where it's not just a shelter, but rather does offer an array of services to our homeless neighbors to support them in their work and efforts to get housed or whatever else they might need.
Mayor Sati Rhodes Conway announced today that the former Savers location near the Easttown Mall could be the new permanent spot for the men's homeless shelter. It'll cost Madison and Dane County about $2.5 million, but that's money that they have budgeted. It's an exciting possibility for those who look after the homeless, like the president of Friends of the State Street family, Jeff Turr.
Anytime we can get folks sheltered versus out on the street, that's a good thing because we can, it's a way to get resources to them. Obviously, it keeps them safe out of the elements.
If plans move forward with this location, the city and county are looking to have services on site like laundry, kitchen, mental health, and employment resources so that it's more than just a roof over people's heads.
Now, the mayor is hopeful that the city will agree with the need for this so they can get the shelter up and running as soon as possible. For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
City Council will vote on this location at their meeting next Tuesday.
All right, more snow is heading our way. Gary joins us now with your complete First Warn forecast.
Yeah, first another cold night on the way. Not as cold as last night. Here in Madison, we dropped to 7 below zero. That's been our coldest temperature so far this winter, the first time that we've gone below zero. But there was a little bank of clouds near the Mississippi River that kept temperatures closer to the 0-degree mark. High temperatures weren't much of a bargain, generally in the upper teens to lower 20s. Here in Madison, we did top out at 20 degrees, but temperatures are already falling through the teens. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for another very cold night. Probably not as cold as last night. I'm looking for low temperatures just above zero. And then for tomorrow, not as cold with high temperatures in the middle 20s. Still looking for accumulating snow from Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning. And then another round of snow, maybe some mixed precipitation Thursday and Friday of next week. So we have alert days in the forecast from late Saturday afternoon through Saturday night. 2 to 5 inches of snow accumulation just Saturday night with the heaviest amounts down toward the Illinois state line. Maybe an additional inch or 2 of snow on Sunday during the morning before that tapers to flurries. So we come out with a snow total somewhere in the neighborhood of about 3 to 6 inches, maybe a little bit more down toward the Illinois state line. On future track, look for partly cloudy skies tonight, partly sunny skies for tomorrow. And then those winds start picking up out of the southeast. That'll actually bring temperatures back up into the lower 30s for Saturday, but by Saturday morning, the clouds will be thickening up, and you can see that snow lifting northward pretty rapidly by early Saturday evening. It'll be rain to the south, so it'll be on the northern fringes of the storm system, but it'll snow pretty steadily overnight and then start to wind down on Sunday morning. Kind of like the last storm. Hopefully we don't have a band that just kind of parks itself somewhere else across our viewing area. But snowfall amounts, again, we're probably looking at about a 3 to 6 inch snowfall through much of southern Wisconsin, maybe a little bit more toward the Illinois state line, maybe a little bit less north of the Dells. Then the storm system for next week, Thursday and Friday, the European computer model still showing a major winter storm to our north and west across Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. It actually keeps us warmer with less in the way of snow, mainly because it'll be mainly in the form of rain on Thursday, changing to snow Thursday night, and then winding down quickly on Friday morning. The GFS computer model from the U.S. government shows a more general broad snow of several inches across southern Wisconsin. But again, these amounts are subject to some sort of fluctuation as we get closer to the event. The storm for the weekend is moving onto the west coast with heavy mountain snows and rain along the coast. That'll ride the jet stream and pass just to the south of us over the weekend. High pressure right overhead right now, keeping our weather relatively quiet but cold. These temperatures in the teens will continue to fall, but hopefully not as cold as last night. So for tomorrow, look for a high temperature of about 25 degrees with partly sunny skies. We'll start out around 2 degrees early tomorrow morning. And then for the 7 to 10 day forecast, snow develops late Saturday afternoon into Saturday night, starts to wind down Sunday morning with alert days there. And then after a couple of dry days, look for more snow chances toward the middle part of latter part of next week, followed by very cold conditions for the following weekend. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Have a nice day.
I'm going to.
And you've dealt with that, right?
right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the classic Italian for just $11. Papa Murphy's.
These days, Social Security is denying more disability claims than ever. If you can't work, it can be harder to win benefits. I'm attorney Don Becker. Now more than ever, you need an experienced disability lawyer. For over 30 years, my firm has helped people win benefits. Disability law is all we do.
The Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
You never know what winter has in store. Ford SUVs help keep you prepared. Chilly mornings, you've got remote start. Slick roads, you've got confident control. Snowy terrain, shift drive modes on the fly. Whatever the forecast brings, Ford SUVs are built for weather. Choose Ford Credit Flex Buy on 2020 Escape. Get 0% APR for 66 with an increase in payments after the first 36 months, plus $3,000 back.
Like I said, this is a dipstick.
Dipstick.
COVID vaccines go under the microscope.
What exactly are these mRNA vaccines and how do they work?
News 3 Now gives you the facts
These are not live virus vaccines
and puts common misinformation to rest. Tonight at 10. You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Finally tonight, SSM Health is celebrating one of their longtime volunteers who turned 100 years old last week and had the opportunity to get the COVID vaccine today.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It was wonderful. A big surprise.
Along with serenading her, staff at SSM Health St. Mary's presented Clara Gerber with flowers and chocolate. Clara has been a volunteer in the hospital gift shop for 33 years, logging more than 1,600 hours of service. She's also a 1946 graduate of the St. Mary's School of Nursing, one of only a few who are still alive.
Wow, you talk about making a difference.
Yes.
What a story. Let's go to Gary, final check of the forecast.
Well, we have alert days in the forecast for this weekend from Saturday afternoon through Saturday night and into Sunday morning for accumulating snow Saturday night and maybe an additional inch or two Sunday morning. Probably about a 3 to 6 inch snowfall from north to south across our viewing area. Maybe a little less north of the Dells, maybe a little more toward the Illinois state line. Temperatures right now already in the lower teens. Look for a low tonight of about 2 degrees above zero, high tomorrow of 25, and snow this weekend, and then again toward the latter part of next week.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.